तं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय सदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। गौरसरचत्रामितनिधि गौर सर्वं सुवे गौरेण प्रतितं रहस्य भजनं गौरं सर्वं यदि गौरस्य कृपालुरात्रिन परो गौरस्य भृत्य स्वभावां गौर गौरमचरामि भगवान् गौर प्रभु रक्ष माम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। बोलो हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वन मोर टाइम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरि बोल। Yes, I was very busy. I came running for this program. I was very busy. Just like other days, today is also a very auspicious day. Shri Srimad Bhakti Shiru Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj. His disappearance day, right? Disappearance? Appearance day. Okay. Appearance day of Shri Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj. One of, again, prominent disciple of Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ji, on appearance and disappearance of all acharyas, he always used to start his Harikatha saying that to understand who are all these acharyas, I mean, what is their identity? So he always used to say, every time he used to say this example of this pastime of Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada being so much feeling separation from Mahaprabhu and all his Guru Vargas. And in that separation mood, he started chanting Harinam and took this vow of chanting 100 billion holy names. That means every day he used to chant 22 hours, sometimes 22, 23 hours every day without fail. So that was a big yajna he was doing, Harinam yajna. Seeing this, Sriman Mahaprabhu, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sri Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, they all appeared in his vision. And by that time they already left this world, but they appeared in that vision and said, Mahaprabhu told to Srila Prabhupada, I didn't send you for only chanting. I sent you for preaching. This shows Srila Prabhupada was inspired and sent by Srila Mahaprabhu, Sriman Mahaprabhu, for preaching and delivering the whole universe. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said, how can I preach? Because preaching needs man and money. You know? Mahaprabhu said, I will supply man and I will supply money. They all are waiting for you. You have to just start. So remember, I was telling other day, the teachings of Mahaprabhu is saying, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavita vajagadish kamai. Oh Mahaprabhu, oh Prabhu, I don't want wealth, I don't want followers, I don't want any other qualities. But here Srila Prabhupada is saying, I do need man and I need money for preaching. Why? Srila Prabhupada cannot deliver the whole universe? Yes, he can. Otherwise, why in the song we sing this verse saying, Brahman Tarite Shakti Dhare Jane Jane. Each and every personality have potency to deliver the whole universe. but Srila Prabhupada is showing the ideal, the example of humility. If seniors and authorities are there, we should not declare or boast that, oh, I can do this. With your mercy, I can do this. That's not the etiquette. We need to learn that etiquette. Mm. Like Srila Gurudev. Can we sit next to Gurudev? If he's sitting on the couch, if he's sitting on the chair. But many devotees, they don't know this etiquette. Even after chanting, even doing service, but these are very basic etiquettes to be known. Can't even sit on the same level. We always have to sit on the ground. When I met Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj, year 97, and he came to know that, oh, we are disciples of Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. So Maharaj offered us a chair to sit, Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj, thinking that, oh, we are God brothers, because his Guru Maharaj is Srila Bhakti Dayit Madhav Goswami Maharaj. My Guru Maharaj Bhakti Pramod Puri. So it's like same generation, right? From generation wise, it is same. So Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he gave seat, chair. He told his servant, give a chair them to sit. But we say, no, Maharaj, we can't sit in front of you on a chair. So we paid obeisances and we sat down. And he smiled. He was so happy to see this. And he said, never in my life we ever dare sitting on the same level to our Guru Bhagavats. Never in our life. So in this way, he wanted to indicate or give lesson that I'm very much pleased to see that you're following that standard, that etiquette. Even speaking to Gurudev, what should be our tone? Even speaking should be full of Maryada, not out of Maryada. It's good, we can say few, joking words, but it should be with Maryada, not out of Maryada. So these things are very important because we are dealing with our Gurudev, not our friend or an ordinary person. There has to be complete Maryada. Hearing him, understanding him, and then helping him in his mission of serving Mahaprabhu. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, right in the beginning, he showed this example, saying, I cannot preach without man and money, whereas he can. But he's showing example. When authorities are there, we can't just say, oh, I can do everything, even though capable of doing. Still, what we have to say? No, please, I can't do without your mercy. I can't do without your help and support. Srila Prabhupada said this. Mahaprabhu said, men are waiting for you, money waiting for you. And then Srila Prabhupada started his center, a rented house in Kolkata, and therefore many young ones start joining Srila Prabhupada, all intellectual personalities. Among all these great personalities was Sri Bhakti Sirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, whose appearance day is today. So we can understand by this that he is associate of Shriman Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu sent him to assist Srila Prabhupada in this mission of service, in the mission of propagating the names everywhere. Shri Bhakti Sirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, if you see his picture, big body, huge, big body. And his voice was very strong. I personally never saw him, but I heard some of his glories from Shri Srimad Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. I personally never saw him, but we only see his picture and his huge, big body. So, what every acharya has some contribution. His contribution is also unparalleled. On the order of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he went to Bangladesh for preaching, along with Sri Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Bhakti Dayita Madhav Goswami Maharaj. He heard from Srila Prabhupada, we have to be fearless preachers, without saying the truth without fear. So, following this and seeing how his Gurudev, Srila Prabhupada, fearless preaching, Shri Bhakti Sirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj also fearless preaching. When they went to Bangladesh, in his lecture, that's a very famous pastime of his life history. He spoke something very strong, opposing a personality who is worshipped almost like Bhagwan in a whole Bengal district, the state Bengal, including Bangladesh. People worshipped him so much. Vivekanand. And even in India, everyone knows him. And they will all worship him so much. But his philosophy is very confusing philosophy. So Srila Bhakti Sirup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, he commented something very harsh on this sampradaya and taking his name. When he heard this, when the audience heard that, all became so upset. There was a big chaos and all running here and there. They destroyed that program that day. The message went to the magistrate, who supplied some police, deployed some police. And police have to take care of this chaos. Okay. In this way, everything was totally disturbed. But Srila Prabhupada's mission was to preach among Bangladeshis the message of Mahaprabhu, because Bangladesh also comes under Gaur Mandal. And many acharyas took birth in Gaur Mandal. In Bangladesh, like Narottam Thakur, many others, my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, and many other acharyas. By hearing this, there was so much disturbance that the magistrate order you cannot do programs anymore because it's going to be a big problem for us to manage so many people. Everything printed on newspaper. Devotees from Mayapur and Gaudiya Math, they came and they preaching like this. When they heard this, devotees from Mayapur belongs to Gaudiya Sampradaya and came and speaking about Ramakrishna mission and about Vivekanand so badly. All came in newspaper. Finally, Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Daita Madhav Goswami Maharaj, they went to the magistrate and requested him, we assure you, nothing will going to happen, but please allow us to continue our preaching here. For the sake of the mission of Mahaprabhu, so many people coming, they're hearing and they're receptive. Please don't cancel our tour, our program. Magistrate said, but I cannot handle, so difficult. We assure you, nothing will happen. And that's why they made they made assurance, and the magistrate said, but that devotee is not supposed to speak anymore. Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj said, okay, we'll assure you. The news came to Srila Prabhupada that Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj had created so much chaos and disturbance in Bangladesh, and he spoiled our preaching. But Srila Prabhupada was smiling. He said, no, he didn't spoil our preaching. He saved my so much money of publicity to make the whole country know about who is Gaudiya Math and what is Mayapur Dham. So much money is there to do advertisements and many things. But now, just one statement of him, everything published in newspaper, in magazines, and now everyone came to know about Gaudiya Math, and they all came to know about Mayapur. So he saved so much of my money. This shows Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur affection for his devotees, for his associates, and taking everything positive. It's just a matter of your vision and the concept. Anything you see, it can be negative, and the same thing you see, it will be positive. Understand? It just depends on your concept. Sometimes negative things looks like a negative, but it is positive. Sometimes positive things looks like positive, but they are negative. It's just how you perceive those things. That's important. The perception is, and this is a difference between us and our acharyas. That's a difference. We see negative, but they see everything positive. They have their own vision. They have their own perspective to see things. And we, as disciples, we have our own perspective, which is limited. But their perspective is from the perspective of the scriptures, from the Shastra, from the spiritual world, backed by some evidence. And subtle vichar. For example, Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, just apply this. Just apply these examples and you will see. Parikshit Maharaj, he allowed Kali Yuga, means Kali, to enter in his kingdom. Even after knowing Kali is full of negativities. Even knowing this. Try understand this very carefully. Hear this attentively. Because don't give examples of politicians, film stars, or any other person of this material world. That's not going to help. We have to take example from the Shastras. Parikshit Maharaj, he saw Kali entered in his kingdom full of negativities, sin and sin and sin. If you come in the kingdom, everyone will do sin, lies, violence, killing, kidnapping. This is all Kali. Understand? And we are in which yuga? Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar. We are in Kali Yuga. Means quarrel and fights. When Kali see there is a success in the preaching of Mahaprabhu, people are getting devotees, becoming devotees. Kali come in some form and create disturbance. He wants to spoil this. Why? Because we are preaching against him. He is the king of this yuga. So if you go against your king, what's going to happen? Suppose in your countries, Germany, London, South Africa, US, if I go against the king of my country, means the president of my country, what is going to happen? In India, we understand what's going to happen to us. So when you go against the king of the yuga, he will try to create disturbance in your life. And that's why all this thing happens. We are in the yuga of Kali and we are going against his desires. We are telling people no meat eating. We're telling people no drinking. We're telling people no alcohol, no smoking, sorry, no gambling, etc. And where is the place of Kali? Bhagavatam first canto. 4 places. Parikshit Maharaj wants to kill Kali. But Kali said, you are king, O Parikshit. O Maharaj, you always give shelter to everyone. Why not giving shelter to me? I'm surrendering to you. Please give me shelter. So Dutam Panam Istrim Suna Yat Adharma Chaturvida Kali Yuga. Parikshit Maharaj gave 4 places for Kali Yuga to stay. What is that? Dutam, gambling, Panam, alcohol, smoking, prostitution, and meat eating. And what we are telling people? No meat eating, no gambling, no drinking, no smoking. So that means we are going against the king of this yoga. So what he will do? Will he be happy? No. He will create some disturbance because he is not happy. We are displeasing him. We are disappointing him. That's the actually the tattva behind all quarrels. When any 2 friends come close, Kali will come in between and separate them. Some reason or the other. He will come and create disturbance. Then a question we can ask to Parikshit Maharaj. Oh Parikshit Maharaj, you knew about Kali Yuga. He is so negative. Always creating problem. Why you allowed him to enter? Why you didn't shoot an arrow and kill him? Why? Bhagavatam first canto says, Kale dosho nidhi rajan asti ek mahat guna. Taruni, know this sloka? Taruni knows this sloka? No? Radha Sundari knows? Okay. Please, can you tell me?
Krishna Maharaj Dandak Pranam. And the shloka was Kalir Dorsha Nidhi Rajan Ekayasti Mahadguna Kirtanat Eva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Tatparo Bhavet.
Yes. Meaning?
O king, this Kali Yuga is an ocean full of faults. But it has one good quality. Kirtanat eva Krishnasya. By performing Sri Krishna Kirtan, one can attain the highest perfection.
Very good, very good, very good. This is the meaning. Yeah. Full of faults, but only one quality Parikshit Maharaj saw in Kali Yuga. Imagine, Parikshit Maharaj only saw one good quality in Kali Yuga and all negativity, and he spared him, allowed him to enter in his kingdom and stay there. What is that? Kirtan eva Krishnasya tad mukta sangha bhavet. Only by performing Krishna Kirtan in short span of life, one can get higher benefit. Means liberation, deliverance. Only by Krishna Kirtan. Only one quality and all other are no qualities. Bad qualities. So Parikshit Maharaj is known as Sargrahi. Sargrahi means one who takes the essence. Whereas we are Bhargrahi. Bhargrahi means one who always take burden on our head. The concept, the gross concept and the subtle concept. Shri Bhakti Roop Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, what he said was 100% true. Being a fearless speaker, but Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, when complaint came to him by some devotees that Sri Roop Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj has spoiled the whole preaching in Bangladesh. Now we can't go there. Srila Prabhupada said no. He took the essence of it. He said he actually done preaching without money with so much benefit. Because he took the essence of it. That's the difference between the difference of concept between guru and disciple, acharyas and us. They see from the angle of, from the perspective of scriptures. We understand from the perspective of our own understanding. But that's the difference. Therefore, Srila Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, he created that disturbance for good cause. More and more preaching. And next day, Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he continued from where Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj stopped. And all audience was ready to fight back. Because they were ready that, okay, now the Gaudiya Math people will say something and we will throw bottles and bricks on them. They were ready. But Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj presented, his presentation was, although exactly what Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj wants to say, but he changed the words in a different flow. He said, we are the followers of Sriman Mahaprabhu. And this place is also is very much fan of or followers of Sriman Mahaprabhu. We only follow the words of Mahaprabhu, which is authentic and bona fide. Therefore, authentic sampradayas. And in this way, the whole complete lecture, then why we have to follow those who promote meat eating, etc. So what wrong Siddhanti Maharaj said in his lecture? He just said what is truth. But because the presentation of Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj was very, he used to speak, if you hear his lectures on YouTube, first of all, his lecture is beyond our head. Secondly, his language, his English, the words he chose there or the sentences are not from this material world. Very high class English language. The title of his books are The Guru and His Grace. Hmm. Someone is speaking in between. Please mute them. I'm hearing someone speaking. Yes, thank you. Search for the lost servant, the golden avatar. That's the titles. But if you read his books, eye-opening. If you hear his lectures, he speaks so soft. He speaks so soft. His eyes closed and he's speaking so soft and very high class and very deep philosophy. Hmm. We also celebrated his appearance in this month, Kartik also. His appearance in month Kartik. So soft speaking. And he used to say, my idol in Gaudiya Acharyas, my idol, or we can say my hero is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Hmm. He used to like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur so much. So, Srila Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, he presented the same philosophy in a sweet words, in very nice presentation, but exactly what Siddhanti Maharaj wanted to say. But he said in a different way. And all audience got so much, I can say, enlightened by hearing this. And they all appreciated so much and they clapped for this and they gave donations. So everything resolved. But the essence of this story is, this pastime is, Srila Prabhupada, how he took this incident, how he took this incident as essence of it. That's a lesson to us. We have to perceive things according to scriptures and according to pastimes like that of our acharyas, not with our limited understandings. Very important. When I was with Gurudev, many such, oh, so many of these cases used to come to Gurudev. So many complaints, so many fights, quarrel, family, oh, so much. But every time Gurudev used to give example from the scriptures, Bhagavatam and all. And also forgiving nature. I personally saw one brahmachari, so many accusations. Almost everything is like, whatever everyone is saying, almost correct. Everything correct. And Srila Gurudev just pulling his ears. Will you do this again? No, Gurudev. Okay, start your services. Finish. That doesn't mean it's an excuse to take advantage of this forgiving nature of Gurudev. No. But this is a lesson. One understand by mistake. So in Hindi we say, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक कर पीता है. You understand Hindi? दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक कर पीता है. That means, okay, this means somebody offered you a cup of milk, boiling milk, hot boiling milk, and you immediately drink that milk. What happened? Burn. Your tongue got burned. Okay, it happened a couple of times. Someone by mistake, Maharaj, Prabhu, please take this milk. And we think, okay, I mean, they gave according to how it is, easy to drinkable. And it is so hot. Now, what do you call this? Phobia. Any white thing is always hot. In some other house, somebody gave buttermilk. Buttermilk cannot be hot. Buttermilk is always cold. But this person is seeing buttermilk is also white. And how the person is drinking buttermilk? Sip by sip. So much scared. Why? He had experience of hot milk, burned his tongue. That means learning by experience. When in Jagai and Madai got delivered by Mahaprabhu, and what sins Jagai Madai was doing? Oh, all sins. There is not any sin which they spared. But when Mahaprabhu gave mercy and forgave Jagai and Madai, gave mercy, gave prema to him, and want them to serve now, and Mahaprabhu asked, will you do this sin again? Nityam Prabhu said, will you do this sin again? Ar nare bap. Bap means father, right? Ar nare bap. He said, no, no anymore. Finish. It's done now. So Gurudev used to give this. Little chastisement, making understanding, full ears. Say, will you do this again? No, no, Gurudev, I'm so sorry. Forgiving. That's the nature of Gurudev or the Vaishnavas. And that's why many times I repeated this. Gurudev used to say in Mathura Math years back that if you do any mistake, you come to Vaishnav, ask forgiveness. Vaishnavas are supposed to forgive. Okay. If you're not forgiving anyone, then don't ask forgiveness for yourself to Guru and Krishna. You understand what I'm saying? Anuradha Dasi, Germany, you understand what I'm saying? Taruni, Gopi, Jayashri, understand what I'm saying? If, okay, let's say like this. If Taruni Gopi comes to Radha Sundari, yesterday I shouted at you, please forgive me. I mean, this is their personal thing, but no worries. Just example. Please forgive me. And if Radha Sundari will not forgive Taruni Gopi, what will happen? According to Gurudev, Taruni Gopi not supposed and qualified to ask forgiveness for herself. If she do something wrong, she can't expect forgiveness from her Gurudev and from Krishna. That's one quality from Bhagavatam of the Vaishnava. Shama Shila, Shama Shil, always forgiving. So if she will not forgive her sister, what will happen? Then she can't expect for her forgiveness. Although this is very hard to digest, but this is what it is. And there are many, I mean, now subject is changing, but there are many evidences like that. So, Srila Shri Rup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj felt I offended my Gurudev because I spoiled the preaching. But his Gurudev encouraged him, no, you done a lot of savings for us. Everyone knows about Gaudiya Math and everyone knows about Sridham Mayapur. This is how the vision. So this is one. Other pastime of Srila Sri Rup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj is, if you go visit in his mats, which is in Puri, Vrindavan, and Navdeep Dham, just near to our mat, Shri Keshavji Gaudiya Math. If you enter inside, you will see the mat is so colorful. 3 monkeys are there. 3 monkeys. Not real monkeys, but 3 statues of monkeys always at the gate. One monkey is doing like this. The posture is like this. Other monkey is like this. And third monkey is like this. Well, if you go there, you will see this. Why he designed his center like this? He wanted to, and if you go in his center, you see all the all walls. They're all painting. You don't see any paint there. No particular paint. Gurudev, his disciple used to ask, Gurudev, shall we do this red paint, blue paint? He said, no, only paintings. Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, all these paintings everywhere. What is this? What was his vision? The spiritual sky, Shri Golok Vrindavan Dham, is full of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And in parallel to that is Shwetadeep, the pastime abode of Sriman Mahaprabhu. This mutt, Gaudiya Mutt, is embassy of that spiritual sky, of spiritual world. Whatever is happening there is happening here. We are getting trained up or learning to serve, to go back to Golok Vrindavan and serve there. So training starts here. So therefore, everywhere is paintings. That eyes have no other scope to see any other thing, object. Wherever you glance, staying in the mud, always looking the pastimes. And then remembering those pastimes. Then meditating on those pastimes. And finally you get entered in those pastimes. Understand? If you think committing any sin, meditating on that sin, then you will commit sin. Bhagavad Gita, what is that verse? Jayashri knows? No? Where? Who will tell me this? Braj Kishore, know this verse from Bhagavad Gita? Meditating on the sense object? No. Dhanishtha knows? No. Yadava? Italy? No. Sudevi knows? Oh, these boys knows. I know. Naveen knows this. They're just working on Bhagavad Gita. Naveen Nitai knows this? Achha. Pran knows this? Ananta? Everyone know. Okay, I will say I also don't know this. Everyone doing like this? Achha. Vinay knows this? Shami knows this? Achha. Oh, Sunanda also there today. Very nice. Okay, then finally coming to Radha Sundari and Taravani Gopi. Wait, I'm just changing my screen. You know this? Also? Oh my goodness. Dhayantu Vishya Punsam Sangastheshu Sangajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodh Upajayate. Dhayantu Vishya Punsam. Start with this. Learn this verse. By constantly meditating on that object of sense gratification, what happens? Sangastheshu Sang. We get association. Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodh Upajayate. When that sense gratification is not accomplished, then what will happen? Krodh, anger. The whole sequence: lust, anger, greed. Krodh bhavati samoha, samoha, smriti vibraham. Smriti vibram buddhi nasha vinashyati. Meditating on sense object cannot accomplish then anger. When anger is there, krodh bhavati samoha, bewilderment. Bewilderment, intelligence stop functioning. And not only stop functioning, buddhi nasho, destroy, intelligence destroy. And then buddhi nasha vinashyati, everything is destroyed. So Srila Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj Ji, He wanted to have all paintings of Radha Krishna. So amazing when you go. And three monkeys, like this, like this, like this. Means don't speak bad, don't look bad. I don't know the number and chapter. Please check on the index. Don't speak bad, don't look bad, don't hear bad. Three monkeys. But we see bad, we speak bad, we hear bad. What to do? Hmm? Chapter 2, Shloka 62, Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, Ananta Prabhu. Spasiba. Hmm. So, we hear, we see, there's so much shiksha. This shows the concept and uh, the conception of Acharya. Why he just don't want any paint and he want all these decorations. Why he want these three monkeys at the gate? If you go our center, Keshavji Gaudiya Math, our Gurudev center, you will see one tiger, lion and elephant. A lion is attacking on elephant and breaking elephant, means killing elephant, sorry. That's the meditation. That means victory over Mayavad by Vaishnava philosophy. Mayavad philosophy is like elephant, very powerful, attracts many people. But lion is more powerful than elephant. So that's Vaishnava philosophy. So victory over. So when you enter our Gurudev temple, every time you will see in Govardhan and in Mathura, Navdeep Dham, this you will see this at the gate. That is not just decoration, elephant and lion. What is this? Why animals there? It's not decoration. It is some significance. Victory over Mayavad with Vaishnava philosophy. Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Gosai Maharaj also this vision, this concept. Three monkeys. Stop hearing bad. Stop seeing bad. But Gurudev, we see this. What to do? Change your intelligence. Change your concept. Start looking good even in bad. Mayavad philosophy says, Brahm Satya Jagat Mithya. That's their formula. If anyone speaking this, immediately understand he's a Mayavadi. What is the meaning? Brahm Satya. Oh, Brahm is Satya. Brahm means the effulgence of the Lord. Jagat Mithya. This Jagat, this world is false. That's Mayavad. Vaishnava philosophy says, Brahm is truth. Material world is also truth. Who created this material world? By the glance of Bhagwan on Maya. By three modes of nature. Maya is truth. Maya is not false. Try to understand with the philosophy. Maya is not false. Maya is true. Because it's the energy of Lord. This material world is the material energy, material opulence of Lord. How it can be false? This is Vaishnava philosophy and many details in that. Not going to that details. But Mayavadi is saying Jagat Mithya, Brahm Satya Jagat Mithya. That's their concept. And Vaishnava philosophy. So Mayavadi is saying this whole world is false. Everything is false. This is false. This false means it's destructible, destroyed one day. That's true. But the concept is false. The same thing with Vaishnava concept say, no, this is truth. Now you tell. An ordinary person will get confused to whom to follow, whom not to follow. It's just a matter of concept. Even in negative, you see positive. That's the nature of Vaishnava. And seeing positive as negative, you can understand who that person is. Seeing positive in negativity, that's glorious. And seeing negative in positive, like many people, they saw Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, his activities negative. I told you yesterday. In Gaudiya Math, never. There used to be even a harmonium, what to speak of other instruments. But Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, this confounded Acharya, he introduced guitar, sitar, violin, flute, all bands. And he introduced the whole Beatle group, the whole band party. And he got a position. Yes. This is against the rules of Gaudiya Math. This is against Mahaprabhu mission. Oh, even seeing negative in the positive personality. You see. But what is the intention behind this? That's more important. Understand? So it's not that we can't see. If anything is wrong in front of my eyes, I will see wrong. Definitely. If I'm hearing wrong, it's here wrong. If I'm speaking wrong, is wrong. How to understand that wrong? How to perceive that wrong? That's the art. Srila Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj wants to indicate this concept. See from the vision of scriptures. Don't rely from your vision. Okay? And also the residents of the mart, they should not see anything else. Wherever they look, everywhere, they all sing Mahaprabhu pastimes and meditate on Mahaprabhu pastimes. This is under glories of his concept. Now, one more. Brahm Sutra, written by Srila Krishna Dvaipan Vedvyas, who wrote all of the scriptures, but he also wrote Brahm Sutras. Now, who will understand these sutras? Sutras is, we can say, formulas in simple language. An expansion of formulas is called thesis. So, he translated those sutras and gave commentaries according to Vaishnava philosophies. It was a very difficult task. But he did this. It was a very difficult task. He did that. And he was glorified by all his god brothers of accomplishing this. A great book, Brahm Sutra. The whole philosophy depends on these Brahm Sutras. Was not easy task, but he accomplished this. And it was getting distributed everywhere. Now university professors, they saw this and they wanted to introduce, the university want to introduce this book as their subject in the university. So when they all have discussion and meeting, they said, oh wow, that's great. We will introduce in our Sanskrit department this book, Brahma Sutra, by writer Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Maharaj. But they had one objection. And the objection came to Maharaj. And the objection is that, can you kindly remove these pictures from your book? We don't want to be sectarian. You know, the pictures of your Gurudev, Prabhupada, Bhakti Thakur, you know, because we want to introduce as a subject, but you have to take out these pictures. Then we will introduce this book as a subject, and your society, you will be so famous. What was the answer of Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj? He said, no way. Not possible. I don't want this adoration. I don't want to get famous. If anyone really inquisitive, and wants to know this book, he will buy this book, or this book will come to that person somehow or the other. But I can't take these 3-4 pictures from my book. Because of their mercy and compassion, I'm able to accomplish this. How can I take those, my authorities, out from this book? They are my authorities. Imagine his mood of surrenderness. He don't want to take out the pictures of his Gurudev from that book, even though there was a great opportunity to get famous. This shows his concept, his surrenderness. A disciple never says, serve me. Disciples say, serve my Gurudev. Disciple never says, keep my picture, don't keep other pictures. Disciples say, no, keep my Gurudev picture, serve him. No, Gurudev, we also want to put your picture. I'm just there. In one corner at his lotus feet, I'm also there. So if you're worshipping Gurudev, if you're worshipping Srila Gurudev, you're worshipping everyone. His representative. He represents the whole entire Guru Parampara. Yeah. So looks like very simple dealings, but we should be smart to extract the lesson from that. Then we can understand these divine personalities. Otherwise, with material vision, we always be material vision. Aprakrit vastu nahi, prakrit gochar. With material senses, you cannot understand the spiritual entities, the spiritual personalities, I want to say. Don't try to use your intelligence there. They always live in higher conception, with a scripture conception, not any worldly conception. So there are so many details of this. The philosophy is there, just like our Param Gurudev, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. White Krishna, all the temples, not black Krishna. Even he God, you see, even he was not spared of getting criticism. Many people started seeing in that positive activity of Param Gurudev, white Krishna, Param Gurudev. People seeing negative in him. Or maybe he want to buy cheap marble. He don't have money, that's why he's installing white Krishna. But black Krishna is expensive, that's why. That's not the point. The concept of Param Gurudev was there. Why white Krishna? Why elephant and lion at the gate? Not to attract people to, they come and see lion attacking on elephant. But the concept. This is something very important, the conception. On this appearance day, Shri Bhakti Swarup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj, we all as a team, we pay our humble obeisances to him. Please bless us, forgive our offenses, and encourage us, give inspirations to us, so that we can also serve our Gurudev, just like you serve your Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada. Gaur Premanande Hari Bol.